When I first watched Maxton Hall drop on Prime Video back in 2024, I honestly didn't expect it to take over the streaming world the way it did overnight. But now the show is so popular that we already got a confirmation for season 3, with a huge update regarding it. Turns out the cameras have stopped rolling on season 3, and Prime Video Germany even posted a behind-the-scenes cast photo to celebrate. Yes, you heard it right. Season 3 is already ready to be out, and the photo had all the cast, proving that we're officially getting the final chapter. Filming is done, and that means we're one giant step closer to seeing where Ruby and James end up after that brutal season 2 finale. But here's where the excitement comes with its sting. Deadline just spoke with head writer and executive producer Ceylan Yildirim, and the news is basically the thing none of us wanted to hear. She said, "Together with our partners at Amazon MGM Studios, we are always open to discussions. However, as things stand at present, there are no plans to do so." So that's it. Maxton Hall Season 3 is the final chapter. There won't be any spin-offs, no extra seasons, no surprise extensions. Just one last season to wrap everything up, which is better than nothing, I guess, in the age of many canceled shows without any proper ending. Plus, even though it hurts, it makes sense. I know, you are still mad. But hear me out. The show has always followed the structure of Mona Kastin's trilogy. Save me, save you, save us. So there were 3 books that transformed into 3 seasons. I mean, there really isn't any more source material to expand on without going completely off book. And Maxton Hall has always stayed loyal to the emotional beats of the novels. At least in a streaming world where shows get canceled halfway through their stories all the time, we're lucky this one gets to end on its own terms. Just trust me on this, all right? So with filming wrapped and the confirmation that this is the final season, the biggest question becomes, what's actually waiting for Ruby and James in Season 3? If you've seen the Season 2 finale, you know it left us with way more questions than answers. Ruby was wrongfully suspended after Headmaster Lexington received that shady, misleading photo, implying she had something going on with Professor Sutton. James's world was falling apart thanks to Mortimer Beaufort, who didn't hesitate to grab the family empire for himself. Percy, on the other hand, was quietly visiting Cordelia's grave in that haunting last scene, as he was kissing the key-shaped locket identical to hers, looking up at the sky, leaving us wondering if he's been hiding something this whole time. Well, I don't know about you guys, but personally, I realized at that moment that the show was hinting at bigger secrets buried in the Beaufort family past, things that might flip everything Ruby and James thought they knew. So, Season 3 is expected to follow the final book, Save Us, though the show has never been afraid to add its own twists. In the book, Ruby starts off doubting James, but once she sees the full picture, she understands something far darker was happening behind the scenes. Mortimer and Cyril Vega were the ones sabotaging her Oxford dream, not James. That storyline is brutal, but also weirdly satisfying, because it finally shows just how far some people were willing to go to keep Ruby out of their world. Lydia, meanwhile, announces her pregnancy, adding another emotional layer to the Beaufort family chaos. But by the end of the book, everything comes to light. Ruby's name is cleared. James chooses himself, his feelings, and his future, instead of blindly following the path carved out by his father. The truth about Cordelia's will is finally revealed, and the Beaufort twins inherit their mother's wealth and business, rewriting their family's future for good. Even though the show might shift some details, these emotional beats feel like the heart of the final season. After everything these characters have survived, Season 3 feels like the moment where everything they've been fighting for either falls apart completely or, let's say, finally comes together. Prime Video hasn't shared a release date yet, unfortunately. What we know is that a new season has dropped every year since 2024, and Season 2 was filmed in summer 2024 and released in November 2025. With Season 3 wrapping at the end of 2025, a 2026 November release is the most realistic timeline. Deadline also released an official synopsis that gives us even more clues about what's coming next. Here, let me read it for you. Ruby is on the edge. She has been suspended from Maxton Hall College, and all evidence points to James being responsible for her expulsion. A slap in the face that not only endangers Ruby's Oxford dream, but also puts their love to a severe test. I know, so far it sounds very dark, but trust me, the rest of it sounds much more hopeful. While Ruby and James do everything to save Ruby's graduation, their environment and James's circle of friends get caught in an emotional whirlwind that completely disrupts the existing order. Ruby and James painfully realize their worlds couldn't be further apart, and not everything is as it seems. Can their love and friendships survive the enormous storms while the shadows of the past grow darker? I mean, personally, this synopsis excites me. But let me know how you feel about it. For more weekly updates, discussions, and analysis on Maxton Hall Season 3, make sure to like and follow. Meanwhile, the video on the screen might also interest you.